So I was battling a mouse in here for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. I would plant some seeds, or I would sow some seeds, and I would come in the next day and, well, the little mouse would have dug them all up and then started chewing on them. So the first night I closed the doors to the greenhouse and thought maybe he was just coming in from the outside, so I closed the door as well. That's not the case because it was still in here and dug up the seeds again. I did not put new seeds the first night because I wanted to see if it would stay out, and it dug up the seeds again. So mouse problem has been taken care of, but not before he did it for a third time. So now that it is taken care of, I think I need to sift through the soil that I used to plant the seeds that the mouse dug up, because I think they're just kind of all scattered all over the place, and now I don't know what's going to pop up, if anything at all. So now that I know for sure that it's taken care of, I'm going to redo those seeds, and I'm going to take a peek at all the seeds that I have planted so far and see what is coming up. All the things are sprouting, but there's still many more things that I need to plant. And then I think I'm going to get outside into the outside garden and do a little bit of hoeing because I'm going to do more straw in the outside garden because I liked the way that it worked. Last season I didn't have to worry about weeds. Now the weeds are growing. But first and foremost is sifting through all this dirt just to make sure I have whatever little seeds out of here so I can replant this tray. It's really unfortunate because some of them have started to sprout, but I just don't know what is what. But that's okay because I'm going to just start some more seeds. All right, I don't know what I was thinking. Some of the seeds that I had in here were way small, so I'm just gonna get rid of the soil and just start with fresh, clean soil, so that way I know what I am growing. So I shall be back. All right, I'm just gonna get my trays filled up really fast, and then I'm gonna plant out this tray, and then we're gonna go out to the garden. Okay, now that I don't have to worry about the little mousey anymore, I did things a little bit differently. So in this tray here, I did replant the beans, and then some more some spaghetti squash and some watermelons. And then in this whole half over here, I did a bunch more peppers and a couple more tomatoes, because it is my goal to have just a separate garden that has tomatoes and peppers in it, and then to have my other garden over here that is going to have all my other things like squashes and watermelons and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I will be building some raised garden beds for the tomato garden just because of rabbits and stuff, but I'm going to do some companion planting over there and see if it works. Last year, even this year on some of my stuff, aphids are a serious problem around here, and I don't like to spray. So I'm going to try and companion plant to see if I can keep the aphids off of the things that I want and onto the things that they want. But now that this is done, I just need to get it wet, and then I'm gonna head out to the outside garden and do some hoeing out there. And these seeds that I just planted here will be like, I don't know, I would say I've probably planted close to 500 seeds. So we will see what this place looks like in just a few weeks. But I am going to show you what it looks like now with the seeds that I have already started and are sprouting as soon as I get this watered. All right, so far I just have a bunch of flowers popping up. Actually, these are all tomatoes here that have popped up. This tray right here consists of tomatoes and peppers, and right now the only things that are popping up are the tomatoes, which are these guys here, and then over here I have like squashes and I believe more peppers, possibly some tomatoes and some flowers, pumpkins, things like that. These ones do not look all that great right here, these little guys, but that's okay. That's why I planted lots of stuff. And then over here, these are all flowers that have popped up over here. So like I have clover and some hyssop, and these are cosmos, and then these ones back here are buckwheat and some celosia, I think that's how you say that. And then the tray that I just completed, and everything is on heat mats, and I do have a light source in here as well. All right, I'm going to head out into the outside garden and get to hoeing. So here's the outside garden. A little while back I replanted these onions in here because a gopher had found its way up underneath the planter box, and so I added some of this hardwire cloth underneath that. It only got one of my onion or my garlic, and as long as it's only one, then I am fine with that. So those are that, and then these are those fruit trees right here that I planted not too long ago. This, I think right here, I'm going to do this in this open space in my garden because this is what I want my beans to grow up. So I'm going to plant a bean at the bottom of each one of these poles, and then hopefully they'll wind up. These, I may get bigger ones, like taller ones, but this was just an experiment. I think that's what I'm going to do in this garden here. Hopefully the gopher doesn't eat those. And I got a big old lettuce bed over here. Carrots that are just now starting to pop up. I planted some beets here in a previous video, and those are popping up. Beets here, and then radishes. I think something is coming in here and chewing on them though, which is a bit unfortunate. Some cabbage riddled with aphids here and here. Some more cabbage over here. Onions, more onions, onions, an old tomato that I need to get rid of. Onions, onions, onions. So what I'm going to be doing in here today is I'm just going to take, I've always called it a hula hoe. I actually don't know what it's called, but I'm going to take this hula hoe, whatever this thing is, and I'm just going to come in here and just kind of pull up a lot of these weeds. And then I have some, I guess it's like some sort of garden straw that I'm going to put in here. So I'm just going to get to it. I was dumping out one of the planter, the felt planter boxes into my compost pile, and I found this cool guy, a blue belly. He's a little cold, but he's cool. That belly is blue. Hi, buddy. I'm gonna let you go. There you go. For those of you that don't know, this massive thing behind me is called a wattle, and it is used for erosion control. It's heavy, but it is used for erosion control in construction, landscape, things like that. Well, I got this because I thought that it would be a quick and easy way to keep my horse's shelter area dry when it rains. Well, it turned into his toy. And instead of leaving it in there and trying to figure out how to get him to leave this alone and potentially eating this, which would not be good, I'm going to repurpose it, and this is what's going to be laid down in my garden. I'm going to take it out of this netting and I'm going to spread this all over the place. I really like how it looks with a fresh dusting of straw. It just makes it look so clean and pretty. Just when I thought it was safe to plant more seeds, I come out here this morning and I find this. So I'm going to have to take care of this one, but the problem is a lot of these seeds were the very last seeds that I had because I've had to replace them so much. So that's really discouraging and frustrating. And I don't know why it's just this tray that this mouse keeps getting into. But now I have to go get more seeds. So unfortunately, the little mouse won today. It's really discouraging because I'm not growing food for the little mouse to destroy the seeds before they even have a chance to grow. So I need to handle that problem and replant those seeds again. So that's for another time. Other than that, thank you so much for hanging out with me in the garden and in the greenhouse today. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Bye.